Sodomy, buggery, or Greek love is anal intercourse between two men, homosexual, or a man and a woman, heterosexual. Sodom and Gomorrah were cities mentioned in the book of Genesis, first book of the Christian Old Testament. According to the tradition, citizens of the Sodomy indulged in anal intercourse, and those of Gomorrah in oral intercourse give rise to terms Sodomy and the sins of Gomorrah. God later restored these cities because of these sins. Many famous people, example Greek king and conqueror Alexander the Great, Italian artist Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Irish playwright Oscar Wilde were homosexual. LGBT is often used, including term used since the 1990s that collectively refers to the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community. Includes a diversity of individuals who are not heterosexual. In India, the term LGBTH is often used, including intersex, hijaras, gay bar, boy bar, dyke bar, gay club, gay pub, girl bar, lesbian bar, Q bar is a drinking establishment that caters exclusively to LGBT and serve as a center of gay culture. People with the same sex orientation and gender variation identifiers can openly socialize. Silent features. The practice was prevalent in Greece. Greek love, Gerontophilia, sex with old, and pederasty, sex with the young, includes act of sodomy. The partner's active agent is one who penetrates, passive the one who is penetrated. When passive agent is a child, usually a boy, he is known as a catamite. After catamites, Latin name of Ganymede, an attractive boy who was sodomized by Greek god Zeus. A girl used as a passive agent may called as a catamite from a French suffix yes was used for females in actress goddess. Sodomite is one who practices sodomy. There may be both active and passive sodomite. Both active and passive agents may interchange even if one of the partners is a female. She uses a dildo to penetrate when acting as an active partner. Constituents of offense: any degree of penetration or even an attempt at penetration into the anal margin. Ejaculation is not necessary. Prevalence: frequent among living in hostels, military barracks, prisoners, sailors, etc., because they are isolated from women from a long period. Socio-economic status seen among all levels, often resorted to when the attacker discovers that the woman is menstruating. Aruna Schoenberg case, NAS Foundation versus Government of NCT of Delhi, writ petition decided on 2nd July 2019. NAS Foundation case, the fact that the case was public interest litigation brought by NAS Foundation, an NGO which works on HIV/AIDS sexual health, to challenge the constitutional validity of 377 IPC. The Delhi High Court initially dismissed the application of an academic challenge, but was required by the Supreme Court in 2002 to re-examine the matter. Issue: whether homosexuality, sodomy, should be criminalized. Existing law at the time, Section 377, which criminalizes homosexuality. Judges: Chief Justice Ajit Prakash and Justice S. Muralidhar. Judgment: sodomy should not be a criminal offense. Reasoning: Section 377 violate Article 14. Article 14, equality before the law. 15, prohibiting discrimination on the ground of sex, insofar as it criminalizes the consensual sexual act of adult in private. Sex and sexual orientation are two aspects of the same coin. Just as one cannot discriminate a ground of sex, one cannot discriminate a ground of sexual orientation. Section 377 also abridges the right of privacy and dignity with the ambit of right to life, liberty under the Article 21, protection of life and personal liberty. Peculiar feature. Completely contradictory updates were filed by two wings of the Indian Union of India. Ministry of Home Affairs argued for retention of Section 376(7) APC. Arguments were Section 377 has been generally invoked in cases of allegation of a child sexual abuse and for complement lacunae in the rape laws and not mere homosexuality. It has been used particularly in cases of assault where bodily harm is intended or caused. Its deletion would open floodgates of deviant behavior. It would be like providing unfettered license for homosexuality. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, along with the National AIDS Control Organization (NACO), argued for its removal. Argues where legalizing 377 would bring his behavior out of the secrecy. Effort of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and NACO to control HIV by better education of this high-risk group would be more fruitful. Significance and outcome. It is the most significant development in homosexuality law in India since 1860. When the law was made, Section 377 was declared unconstitutional. However, it has been removed from the statute books because of the doctrine of severability. The whole section is not valid, only that much of this is inconsistent with the fundamental right. It continues to govern non-consensual penile, non-vaginal sex, and penile non-vaginal involving minors less than 18 years. Major criticism: the judgment would promote an immoral act of sodomy. HIV rate would be increased. Might open floodgates to legalization of prostitution and same-sex marriages on same argument. The current status: the case is currently under consideration of the Supreme Court. Before the Delhi High Court, judgment above a consensual act of homosexuality made both parties liable for a 10-year imprisonment and a fine. Section 377 IPC. The act was illegal even among husband and wife both consenting. The non-consensual act of homosexuality made only the active agent liable for punishment. Sodomy without consent difficult to be performed unless the victim is drunkard or drunk. False charges for blackmail by tricking a man by another man falsely posing as a woman. Wives needing divorce from husband. The author has dealt with several cases of divorce pending in court of law where, in order to put pressure on husband, the wife alleged that her husband was sodomizing her without her consent. Significantly, while vaginal intercourse within marriage is not a crime even without consent, sodomy is a crime even with consent. The reason for alleging non-consent by wife is that otherwise she would be penalized under Section 377 IPC. Male prostitute. In India, some eunuch act as a male prostitute to earn a livelihood. They act as a passive agents in sodomy. They grow long hair, wear lipstick and female ornaments, dress like women, and develop a mannerism similar to women. They cannot offer vaginal intercourse. Mostly, they would satisfy customers by axillary, intracranial or oral intercourse or masturbation. Two types are existing. Thank you.